As I've gotten older, I've realized that it takes more effort to stay active, especially to get in the backcountry. So about 5 or 6 years ago, I started doing yoga, and I found that it really helped with my strength and my flexibility, especially my balance. And getting ready for my Colorado trail hike, I also, in addition to running and doing other training, started doing some boot camp or CrossFit type training. And I found when I started doing that one of my yoga instructors, Kelsey, was actually a trainer in those classes. And another yoga instructor, Heather, was a regular member of those classes. So I started talking to them about my hike and was asking them about different stretches and stuff that I could do to try to prevent injury. And they were very gracious and were willing to help me put together a video to demonstrate some yoga inspired type stretches that, especially for somebody getting older or somebody who might be a weekend warrior, would be helpful to try to prevent injury on your hike. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Diastra, and I'm the owner of Your Yoga and Fitness in Fort Collins, Colorado.
And hello, I'm Heather Craig, and I am the owner of Vessel Yoga and Tai Chi here in Fort Collins.
Today, Heather and I are going to be offering some stretches and some movements for you to do before and after your hike. They'll minimize injury and keep you feeling your best as you hit the trails. We're going to do a few warm-ups now that you can do right before you hit the trail. Heather, go ahead and reach your arms up overhead. And then begin to reach one arm at a time as though you're climbing an invisible ladder or an invisible rope. Feel your spine lengthen. Press down into your feet as you reach up, stretching through the shoulders and the arms. 3 more. 2, 1. Reach both arms up, lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. Keep your head heavy, your knees soft, and just let your spine round forward, creating lots of length and space between your vertebrae, alleviating any compression, helping to start out your day a little taller, a little longer. One more big breath here, maybe shaking out your head a little if that feels good. Relax your jaw. And then release your hands back towards the earth. Bend your knees a lot. Feel your belly draw in as you roll upward. Stacking your neck back over your shoulders. Roll your shoulder blades back. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, side stretch over to the right. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Take a few big breaths into your ribs here, lengthening your side body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side stretch left. Breathing space into those muscles between your ribs. One more big breath. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, your hands down by your sides. Take a moment to grow tall, lengthening through the crown of your head, pressing your feet into the earth. Next, we're going to do 2 strength exercises. Now, it might seem counterintuitive to do a strength exercise before you hit the trail to hike tons of miles, but properly engaging some key muscles before you lift your pack and get going can really help reduce the risk of injury. Specifically, we're going to fire up the core and we're going to fire up the glutes, the 2 most important spots to protect your low back and your hips. Heather, go ahead and inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, twist open to your right. Gently draw your right hip back and find that sense of wringing out your belly as though you were wringing water out of a sponge. Draw your belly button towards your heart. Feel your pelvic floor engage. One more big breath here, engaging your core. Inhale, back to center, reach up overhead. Exhale, twist, open to the left. Gently drawing your left hip back. Again, finding that sense of wringing out your belly, engaging the entire corset area of the torso here, as though all the muscles are drawing in towards your midline. One more big breath. And inhale, back to center. Exhale, your arms down by your sides. Now for a goddess pose to fire up your glutes, your rear. Go ahead and step your feet nice and wide, turning your toes out a little bit. Then come into a big squat. You may have seen this called a sumo squat before. Your arms will cactus. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And feel your knees pull apart as though they're moving towards your pinky toes. A few goddess squats here. Inhale, reach up overhead, squeeze your bum. Exhale, cactus your arms as you sit low. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit low. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit low. Hold here. Feel your glutes draw towards the bone. And inhale, extend up. Exhale, your hands down by your sides. Nice work. Next, we're going to do a few exercises, a few movements to help open your shoulders to ensure that as you go to carry your pack throughout the day, your shoulders feel open and healthy and fresh. Go ahead and take your trekking pole and hold it on either end as you see Heather doing here. And then inhale, reach your trekking pole up. Exhale, begin to bring it behind you, only as far as you feel comfortable. Inhale, bring it back overhead and relax it down in front of you. Moving back and forth very slowly. You may notice you feel a little sticky spot in the front of the shoulders. You never want to force your body through that place, but you might want to gently move into that area to really help open yourself up. And bring the pole back overhead. Next, we'll take a few circles in each direction, drawing big circles with the pole, making sure the shoulder joints are nicely lubricated. We'll do 3 in each direction. And again, your movement may look smaller than this, it may look bigger than this. Finding that sweet spot for you, where you feel the openness and stretch, but not strain and certainly not pain. Good, come back to center. Now go ahead and bring your trekking pole behind your back, flipping your palms up to hold it. Good. Now fold forward, keeping your knees a little bit soft. Let your head hang heavy, let your shoulders open, and take several big breaths here into the fronts of your shoulders. This is one of the best stretches you can do for posture and to start out with a nice open chest to carry your pack. Good, go ahead and slowly come back up, being sure to engage your core as you rise up. And release the pole. Very nice work. That'll ensure you have good open shoulders and excellent posture as you load up your pack to start your trek. Now we're going to do a few stretches for when you're back in camp and done hiking for the day. First, we'll come into a ragdoll again, which we did during the warm-up. Heather, go ahead and keep your knees nice and soft. Fold forward. Grab opposite elbows. You could even interlace your hands at the base of your skull if you want. Not pulling, but just allowing the weight of your arms to increase the traction along your spine. This is going to help alleviate any compression that might have built up in the spine during walking, from carrying your pack, creating space in between your vertebrae. About 2 more big breaths here. Just as in the beginning, if you feel that little nudge to sway a little, to bend one knee and the other, follow those little nudges. Your body will tell you what will feel good to you here. And then release your hands, bend your knees a lot, engage your core, roll up slowly. Roll your shoulders back, stand nice and tall. Next, we're going to do a few movements that are going to help with any tightness that might have formed in your shoulders, under your shoulder blades, or your neck from carrying your pack. First, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, your right arm comes under your left. Grab opposite shoulders. Now this is a fine place to stay. If this is really comfortable for you, bring the backs of your hands together. And then bring your palms to touch. Eagle arms. When you're ready, inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky, directing your gaze upward. You can also do this with opposite shoulders. And then exhale, roll forward, rounding your back gently, letting your elbows fall towards your navel. Inhale, lift back up, gazing upward, reach your fingertips to the sky, lifting your elbows away from the earth. Exhale, fold forward, round forward, bringing your elbows towards your belly button, stretching in your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift back to center, and release your arms down by your sides. Reach actively through your fingertips. Let your chin fall to your chest. And let your right ear roll to your right shoulder, but leave your chin pretty tucked this time. Reaching through your fingertips, feel your shoulders draw away from your ears. Let your chin come back to your chest and roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, leaving the chin slightly tucked on this side, so tuck your chin just a little bit more. Reaching through your fingertips. Let your chin come back to your chest and gaze forward. Now moving to the other side, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, your left arm under your right. Grabbing opposite shoulders, and then if this feels comfortable, bringing the back of your hands together and interlacing your hands. Inhale, lift your elbows up, gazing upward. Exhale, round forward, your elbows coming towards your belly button. One more. Inhale, lift your fingertips up, lift your elbows. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale back to center, release your arms down by your sides. Reach through your fingertips, let your chin fall to your chest. Let your right ear roll to your right shoulder. This time lifting your chin, yep, right ear to right shoulder. Lifting your chin a little higher this time, so you're getting the stretch in a different spot in the neck. That looks perfect, Heather. And let your chin fall back to your chest. And let your head roll the other way, lifting your chin. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. And sometimes hair gets in our face when we stretch. That's totally fine. It doesn't matter. It won't affect the stretch. And let your chin fall back to your chest. And gaze forward. Very nice work. Once you're inside your tent for the evening, or if you have a mat that you're using outside of your tent, come to all fours, stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. We're going to take a few movements here that are really healthy for spinal mobility. Starting with a cow, inhale to cow, pulling your heart through your upper arms, bowing your back and gazing upward. Exhale to a cat, push the floor away, round your back, gaze at your belly button. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cat. And then come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes so that your toes are tucked under, and then begin to move your hips back towards your heels. You may find that at any point you can stop along the way. So you may find that you want to leave your hands on the floor. You may be able to walk your hands to sit all the way back on your heels. Stretching out the arches of your feet, and try to stay here. When you feel that stretch in your feet, try to stay in that place for at least 5 full deep breaths. It might be kind of uncomfortable. This is an area of the body that we rarely stretch. But of course, especially when you're hiking long distances, it's so important to make sure your feet are stretched out. Let's do one more big breath here, Heather. And come back to your tabletop. Unhook your toes and then gently beat the tops of your feet out on your mat. Very nice work. Finally, once you're in your tent, settled down for the evening, there's a few stretches you can do right before bed to help alleviate any soreness or stiffness in the legs and the hips. First, starting with the hamstring, those long muscles along the back side of your leg. Leave your left foot planted on the floor, straighten your right leg into the air, and then gently grab behind your right thigh. Pulling your right toes towards your nose, pulling your thigh towards your belly. You don't have to go to any extreme place, but go to a place where you feel some stretch along the back side of your leg, and then take a few big breaths into that area. 2 more full breaths. Make sure your knee isn't locked out, but is a little bit soft. And then when you're ready, cross your right ankle onto your left thigh, forming the shape of a 4. Lift your left foot away from the floor and grab behind your left thigh, gently drawing in towards your belly button, stretching the outer hip muscle, the piriformis. And you can hold here for as long as you would like until you feel a little bit of release. Heather, go ahead and release. Bringing your right foot to the floor. Now windshield wiper your legs a few times between sides, letting your knees rock from side to side, massaging your low back. And then come back to center. Leave your right foot firmly planted. Extend your left leg into the sky. Grabbing behind your thigh, pulling your toes towards your ankle, flexing the foot, and then gently drawing your leg towards your belly. And you can grab the thigh, you can grab the calf, you could even grab the foot if it's accessible for you, or the toe. One more big breath. And cross your left ankle onto your right thigh. Finding that nice figure 4 shape, lifting your legs away from the earth, and interlacing your hands behind your right thigh. And you may even find that this elbow, your left elbow, can gently push your knee open to help deepen the stretch. Again, holding these poses for as long as feels good for you. When you're ready, release. Set your right foot on the floor, bring your left foot to meet it, and rock your knees side to side, windshield wipering your legs a few times. And coming back to stillness. A final movement that can feel really, really good on your spine before bed is a twist. Go ahead and extend your left leg long and hug your right knee into your chest, giving it a nice squeeze. And then guide your right knee across your body, maybe sending your right arm out to the side. You may find that it feels good to lift your hips and adjust them a little bit back to the right so that your low and upper spine are aligned. Breathing deeply into your belly, your ribs, and your chest on each inhale, softening your shoulders and your knee towards the earth on the exhale. If it feels good to you, and you'd like to get a little more stretch in the IT band, one of these muscles that runs along the outer edge of the leg, you can extend your leg long, enhancing that IT band stretch. When you're ready, re-bend your knee, and very slowly bring your knee back to center. Move your hips back into alignment with your shoulders. Give your right knee another squeeze into your chest, and send your right leg long on your mat. And then hug your left knee into your chest, giving it a firm squeeze to start. Send your left arm out to the side. It can cactus or fully expand depending on how much space you have. And then guide your left knee across your body, maybe moving your hips a little bit back to the left. Each inhale, breathing space into your torso. Each exhale, softening your shoulders and your knee towards the earth. Not forcing anything, not pushing or pulling to get there, but just relaxing into the twist. Maybe extending that top leg to get that extra IT band stretch. When you're ready, bringing your knee back to center. Set your foot down to adjust your hips back into alignment with your shoulders. And then hug both knees into your chest, maybe rocking a little side to side or making little circles with your knees, massaging your low back. And then let your legs come long on your mat when you're ready. Letting your arms relax down by your side and settling in for the night. Thanks for being with Heather and me today. We hope you find these stretches helpful as you embark on your journey. Have an awesome day.